Hey guys, it's Paul from Montana. I am working on my 1992 KE100, a kid's bike. The problem with this bike is it broke the shaft that holds the Kickstarter on it. That's this part right here. And in order to fix that, you have to split the case. You can't remove a side panel and get at those parts. The case has to be split. So the reason I'm doing this video is to tell you that, plus just kind of show you all the parts involved here. Maybe it'll help you if you have to do this job. So first thing I did, of course, was take the engine out of the bike. Pretty simple. I got it over here and I removed all the bolts from the case halves and was able to split the case. It's a little tricky. If you have a case puller like they show here in the manual, that would be nice. I don't have one, so I just kind of kept working it, and then I tapped on the crank nut here a little bit, and finally this thing came loose, and I got into it. For splitting the case, here's what the manual says. I'll just scroll down through it slow, and if you want to read this, you can pause it or whatever. That's a list of all the things that you want to remove to do it. Here's a note about earlier models equipped with a shift drum positioning plate. This one didn't have one. It says there should be 13 screws holding the cases together. Make sure you got them all before you start beating on stuff. So I got it split apart, and I kind of set the halves in a manner that they could drain all the oil out real nice so it's clean. But the gear shift assembly has a gear, the Kickstarter has a gear right there. I'm shining the light on it. It's in the center of your screen. That's located in the left side of the crankcase. And then the shaft goes through the right side of the crankcase, and that spring and that plastic piece are installed on the other side. So yeah, there's no way to get that shaft out of there without splitting the case. I replaced all the seals on the cases that I could find. I think I did about 6 of them. Here's the pile of old seals. Might as well do it while you got it split apart. So I'm going to put this thing back together here pretty quick. I'm going to show you some of the other parts that came off this thing, just for the fun of it. Of course, cylinder head, cylinder, there's the carburetor cover, there's crankcase cover number 1, and that one had a couple seals in it. That's where the Kickstarter shaft comes out right there. And then here's the cover for the sprocket. This is a rotary valve engine, so there's the rotary valve assembly. You want to pay attention to which way that plate goes when you remove it from the bike. Make sure it's right side up. It's keyed, so it's hard to put it back on there wrong, but just make sure you know which side faces, which side. The piston in this thing looked okay. It's a little loose up in the wrist pin area, but the bike ran pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about it. Down inside the crank, it seemed to be pretty tight. So here's the magneto assembly. And before I put this bike back together, I'm going to clean this stuff up really good and paint it. I love to put stuff back together and make it look like new. That's kind of my thing. So here's the pipe, a bunch of other parts that came out of it. So as for getting parts for this bike, obviously it's old, so the kickstart shaft gear assembly here came off eBay. It's in good shape. I got all the seals and stuff off of eBay from someone who sells parts for bikes. So all in all, I won't have too much into this, maybe 150 bucks or something. Anyhow, I hope this video helps you, and if you're going to tackle this project. All right, thanks for watching.